up, bitches? It's a misanthropic one, aka He Who Hungers, and I'm back up in this bitch for another rant. Please follow me in all the links down below to fight YouTube censorship and the algorithm as well. Again, we're gonna be talking about Talib Kweli. I just happened to see a live that he did on IG. I think it was yesterday, and he's addressing some shit that happened back in 2019 in Cincinnati. Supposedly he got a little bit smacked up, and he never got paid for a show that he was supposed to perform on. But let me say this, because y'all know my opinion of Talib Kweli. Let me say this: if that is true, if he did get stuck for money, yeah, that's some foul shit. I will say that. I have some integrity, so you know, even if it's someone that I kind of dislike, I still gotta, you know, keep it a buck with y'all. Like, yeah, I don't agree with, you know, fucking with people's money and all that shit. Like, you know, that shit is kind of childish to me. That is if it's true. But yeah, he was talking about how for those that aren't fans of this guy or may not know this shit, he came up with a lot of these dudes in Cincinnati, namely Mood. Check them out. One of my favorite albums from them is their first album called Doom. Kweli was on there, I think, on 2 songs, I believe. And, you know, High Tech was from Cincinnati and all this shit. I was one of the dudes at the time that actually thought that Talib Kweli was from Cincinnati, because he blew up that time with High Tech, and, you know, later in the 2000s with Reflection Eternal and all that shit. But yeah, he, you know, later on you come to find out that the dude's from Brooklyn and he's repping Brooklyn and everything. And there's just a lot of hypocrisy, a lot of shit that I just gotta say about that that live. He said that, you know, that he was set up, that he was supposed to do this show. And oh, number one, this is from 2019, and y'all know, I've talked about this shit, how he treats his fans if they ask him a question or any of this shit. So I was watching a live, and someone said in the live stream, yo, this is from 2019, why are you addressing it now? And Talib Kweli, instead of just saying, you know, there were things behind the scenes that were happening, I didn't want to put certain things out there, which he kind of alluded to anyway. This dude just barks on one of these dudes that's following him, just saying, "Cause I fucking feel like it." Well, what's the matter with you? Like, really? Like, you could have just answered the question or ignored it and continued going, and maybe the person might have gotten the answer that they were looking for. But again, this is why I don't really care to meet a lot of my heroes, because they act sort of like this, diva-ish. But yeah, I have the same question. If you got smacked up and stuck up for money, which is a assault, essentially is what you're talking about, like, why would you Me Too the shit? You know, that shit is corny. This is why a lot of those females that claim that they were raped or this and that, it's very questionable when you come out years later, you know what I mean? Like, people start to look at shit like that. So yeah, I think it's a legitimate question. Should just say, hey, look, there were certain things, like I said, that I couldn't address, that I wasn't comfortable putting out there. But, you know, you just say that, because it seems to work when women say it, so why not you, right? But yeah, so he was talking about how he was supposed to receive a deposit before he goes on stage or whatever, but he did it off the strength of knowing these guys from Cincinnati, namely I think Dante from Mood, and who else? High Tech, all these dudes. That he was addressing this dude, Speed Walton, as part of Space Invaders. And he essentially didn't get the money, long story short. And at the end, one of these guys snuffed him, chipped him up a little bit. He was trying to say, yo, I ate the punch, but there's really no way to confirm that, you know, so whatever. That's either here nor there. But there was a lot of rumblings about, you know, people not liking Talib Kweli. To me, not really surprising. If he acted like this pre-Twitter and everything, that doesn't really surprise me. But he said, oh, I was trying to stay out of Cincinnati. That's why I don't go back there. You know, I don't really fuck with them because nobody there stuck up for me. I mean, well, I mean, based on that statement alone, you as a man should have handled that situation. No one should have to come in and say anything for you when it comes to that. I mean, granted, part of me understands what he's trying to say, but at the end of the day, you're your own man. You know what I mean? You say, nah, listen, look, pay up, dude, or else, you know, that's it. You know what I mean? And another thing is, I feel a lot of this shit could be handled behind closed doors. You know, that when you're running to social media constantly, it's really a bad look, right? So we'll fast forward through a lot of this shit. And, you know, Space Invaders are supposed to put their shit out. I think Kweli may have had something to do with the release of it, and Dante was like, hey, you know, what's good with this? You know, I worked hard on blah, 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 on this shit. And essentially, and I hate this shit when particularly men, when they do this shit, Kweli told Dante that, yo, I can't be friends with you because you cool with Bugs or Speed Walton. You're cool with him, and his cousin was the one that snuffed me, so I can't be friends with you. Which to me, you know, I've dealt with that in my life, and I hate when people do that shit, because you don't know what relationship this person has with the other person. And currently, I'm cool with people that are cool with other people that I'm not cool with. I would never put that person that's in the middle, I would never put them in that situation, give them an ultimatum. No, you gotta be cool with me. To me, that's bitch shit. That is straight hoe shit. So, yeah, I totally disagree with Talib Kweli for even bringing that up. You know what I'm saying? As far as releasing something, I don't know if it was under like his label or he had something to do with it, as far as maybe being featured on a track. I could kind of understand that to an extent, but overall, to tell this dude, yeah, you know what, I'm not friends with you, and this and that, yeah, that's kind of bitch made shit. Gotta call it, you know. And fast forward, he was saying because Dante and all these dudes, you know, they linked up with my man Rifleman. Shout out to Rifleman. He said, oh yeah, they all got they're all island thinking that they got allies and stuff, and they released diss tracks, and I'm not even gonna respond. And you know what, the funniest thing is, this dude claims to be like such an elite MC. Guess what your man KRS would do? KRS-One would respond. All these other dudes that you mentioned in your live that say respect you would respond. Nah, I'm not even gonna respond, and you know, it's whack, so I'm not gonna respond. Like, really? You're addressing it, so just, yo, put it out on wax. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these MCs, like, it drives me crazy, like when they try to skirt or act a certain way, but then on record, I don't want to touch that. You know what I mean? And he's saying now that Dante and Rifleman, Micah 9, that they're just appealing to racist, to Nazis and racists. And how many fucking times do I have to tell you, when you use that argument, your whole shit is blown. Because nowadays, let me use this statement, this saying that I love so much. In a debate, slander becomes the tool of the user. I forget who said it. I believe it was Aristotle or one of these great philosophers. But that's so true. When you can't answer someone or just stay on topic and you start with the ad hominems, everyone's a Nazi and blah, 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 blah. I mean, this dude, check this out. On this same live, this dude said about his white fans, he called them colonizers. He says because they were asking for the new, I guess his new Black Star album came out with Mos Def. So a lot of them were asking for physicals. Oh, I want to own it, you know, like vinyl and shit. So some of them were asking, and he goes, well, yeah. He goes, all these colonizers feel that they could own something. It's like, no, nigga, you're putting something out, a product. Maybe they're collectors. Do you not remember that, Kweli? I think you've been around since the early 90s. Do you not remember people that used to dig in the crates, used to love owning shit? Hell, I have a whole CD collection right here. I love owning physicals. Am I a colonizer because I want a piece of what you're offering? I'm willing to pay for it. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. It's just stupid shit. And this just goes to say, in a nutshell, you know, anyone who disagrees with this guy is a Nazi, is a white supremacist, is this and that. I think that another thing he said was, yeah, I don't think about y'all, but dude, you made a whole IG live about it, so you're thinking about them. In fact, I would be willing to say you think about them a hell of a lot because you waited a whole 3 years to address the shit. Oh my God. Now, I know that Dante and others declined to get on the live with him. Supposedly they were in the chat. I couldn't see it live. I saw after he posted it, after Kweli posted it, it was saved. But I would like to offer my platform to Dante, to Speed Walton, to any of these dudes to get your side out there. Sort of like how I did with my man Rifleman. Get your side of the story out there. Let people know what's going on. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to weigh in on that. Kweli is a very fascinating fixture in hip hop. Totally disagree with the guy. Oh, and that's another thing, by the way. He said on this live stream, yeah, you know, I don't really care, you know, people disagree, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. No, it's not, nigga, because you make a habit of posting stuff on social media, and if someone that most likely has been following you for years says, you know what, I don't really agree with that, dude, you will call them everything under the sun, white supremacist, Nazi, this, that, everything but a child of God. You know what I mean? So no, don't try to play that game where, oh no, you know, you could agree and or disagree with me and it's not a big deal. No, it is a big deal to you because you think, you know, you top tier and what you say goes. I had one of these punk niggas the other day leave a comment on one of my older videos about this dude talking about, oh, he just wants people to stay on code. And whose code? What are you talking about? Well, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, people are different. People may have the same mentality when it comes to stuff, when it comes to greater or bigger things, but yeah, people live their lives differently. So stop using that bullshit argument. I'm tired of it. You hate when people disagree with you. You slander them, you smear them. So let's not play that game, all right? So that's it. Quick video, just want to point out some of the hypocrisies I saw in there. I know you love to see it. Everybody else, y'all know the deal. Leave your love, leave your hate. Most of all, subscribe. Dante, any of you Cincinnati niggas that know about this shit, hit me up if you want to do a live and put your side of the story out there. And that's it. Peace, bitches.